You've probably heard that meditation is good for you. It helps lessen stress, you get better sleep at night, you can become more focused, and that is all true. But what is actually happening inside your mind when you sit down, close your eyes to relax? The neuroscience is genuinely fascinating, and understanding it will completely change the way you view meditation, and it will explain why it is so hard for some people to sit down and meditate. Let's get into it. Here's something most people don't realize. When you're not actively focused on a single task at hand, your brain tends to wander, replay conversations, worrying about tomorrow. Your brain is actually in a very active state. Neuroscience calls this the default mode network. It's a collection of regions in the brain, such as the prefrontal cortex and posterior cingulate cortex. These regions light up whenever your attention drifts inward. It's sometimes referred to as your brain's background program. It is always running. The problem? Most modern adults are stuck in the default mode network. Too much rumination, too much self-doubt, too much mental noise. And this is strongly associated to anxiety, poor sleep, and overthinking, because your brain can literally not find the off switch. Now here's what meditation actually does. You meditate successfully, and successfully is the key here. You begin to quiet the default mode network. The background chatter ceases, and what fills the space is something different. Researchers at Harvard Medical School conducted some of the first landmark studies on what meditation does to the brain structure. Not just function, but actual physical structure. What they found? Long-term meditators had measurably thicker gray matter in regions associated with attention, interoception, and sensory processing. The prefrontal cortex, which governs decision-making and executive function, was denser, and the amygdala, your brain threat detention center, was physically smaller and less reactive in people who meditated regularly. The last one is especially significant. Your amygdala is the region that fires your fight or flight response. It's why you feel anxious, irritable, or overwhelmed. Meditation physically reduces its activity. Stress becomes less automatic, and you gain a gap between stimulus and response. At the brainwave level, deep meditation consistently produces increase in alpha waves, that calm, alert, creative mental state, and theta waves, which are associated with the deepest meditative states, deep relaxation, and the edge of sleep. These are the states where the brain is most plastic, most receptive, and most capable of what research call insight processing. Here's the honest part. Everything I just described, the quieted default mode network, the heightened alpha and theta states, and the reduced amygdala activity, those benefits are real and they're well documented, but they require your brain to actually reach these states. And most people, that's the problem. Sitting down, closing your eyes, and trying to quiet a mind that has been doing the opposite for decades is genuinely difficult. Studies show that most people who try to start meditating only reach a high beta state, which is an active thinking mind, not in the theta or alpha states where the benefits of meditation are found. Expert meditators, monks, and long-term practitioners can drop into theta states, but research shows it takes about 7 to 10 years of consistent daily practice to reliably access deep meditative states on your own. Most people give up long before then, which raises an obvious question. What if there were ways to guide your brain into these states without depending on a decade of meditation experience? And that is exactly what BrainTap is designed to do. Our sessions combine binaural beats with isochronic tones as well as light stimulation to guide your brain into brainwave states. So that includes the alpha and theta states. And it's the same states that those meditators spend years trying to get their mind to do all on its own. The light component is delivered through our headset, and this gives your visual cortex a second synchronized frequency, while your auditory system receives the same frequency through hearing. So your brain receives the same frequencies in two different pathways, which accelerates and deepens the entrainment effect. And BrainTap has one more layer as well, a guided visualization aspect. So some of the sessions are actually guided to help quiet the default mode network and reach deeper levels of meditation. It's like being walked there step by step. And the guided audio serves as an anchor to your attention as well as a direct influence on your emotional as well as your cognitive state. The result, in just 20 minutes, you can reach state it usually takes meditators years to reach. And it's not a replacement for your already existing meditation practice. It's a beautiful add-on. If you've ever wanted to meditate but can't seem to quiet your mind, or if you've been meditating for a while but just want to go deeper, we're giving out a 14-day free trial to the BrainTap Brain Fitness app. And your first session can be right now. The links are going to be down in the description of this video. And if you want to go even deeper, we'll include a link for the BrainTap headset. That way you get the light frequencies as well. If this was useful, please subscribe. We go deep into brain science every week, and we'll see you in the next one.